So the thing about this record is that it's a record of things that happened, and it's also kind of um like a thank you note to my friends that I made here, kind of to the country itself. Um and and I name checked some people in The Man Who Ate Too Much. Like there's Kaya and there's Aiden and Lou and Linda El Roshin, and all these people were real. All these people helped me a lot, and helped me take care of my kid, loaned me things, showed me how things worked. And there was one person I met who made not only made his way into the song, but kind of became a really important part of my life and also this record. It's this guy Jamie McPhail. You know Jamie? Jamie is like a favorite of musicians because he is a passionate, dedicated, totally no bullshit music lover and helper and friend to many musicians and bands. And he runs this thing called the Small Hall Sessions. And when I moved to this little Airbnb in Havelock North, my landlords, Nick and Jude, they did a thing that was very Kiwi. They were like, well, of course you know Jamie. And I was like, I don't fucking know anyone. I'm an American who just came out of lockdown. Like, I don't know anyone. I know you, and I know Kaya. And Nick introduced me to Jamie, who invited me to my first concert experience in Hawke's Bay, which was going to like the middle of nowhere, Teawanga, to just like someone's house and practically like a garage with a bunch of chairs and a carpet on the wall. And in this teeny little room that fit like 45 people, I saw Julia Deans playing, and I saw Reb Fountain playing, and I saw Anna Coddington, and I met all these people and became pals with them. And then Jamie tour managed me. I decided to finally, after about a year of living here, I decided to do a teeny little tour, and I took Jamie as my tour manager. And we drove around with Ash, and he told me stories about his family, about the history. You know, he was fourth generation Kiwi, Hawke's Bay farm family. He taught Ash how to speak Kiwi. Ash really had to go to the bathroom one day, and Jamie taught Ash how to say, "Hey, Jeff, can I use your dunny?" And Jamie taught me a lot. So he's in this song, and it's important for me to tell you that I got Jamie's permission to use his likeness in the song. Because I called him after I finished it, and I was like, I have good and bad news. Like, I wrote a song about you. I had to confabulate some of the information. Is it okay? He was like, yeah, it's good. And then Julia Deans, who I'd met, sings on the song on the record and is going to be touring with me, which is great. So it all came full circle. And when I've played this song, I've played it a couple of times to Americans. I have to explain two things about the song, so that they understand what things mean. I have to explain that the Mongrel Mob is a gang, because no one's ever heard of the Mongrel Mob, and it sounds kind of weird in the song. So I'm like, we have the Crips and the Bloods, they have the Mongrel Mob. And I also have to explain that there was a phenomenon happening during COVID where people were saying on Twitter and on the internet and stuff that New Zealand avoided COVID just because it was this teeny little island in the middle of nowhere. And I was like, no, it's because the government did a thing. And also, I was watching Kiwis take real-time offense to being called a little island. And then there were like these superimposed maps that people were putting up where it's like, this is the fucking UK, this is New Zealand. We're actually technically bigger. We don't have as many people, but we're big. And I was like, oh, you guys, you're big. But yeah, This was the last song I wrote while I was living here, and it's the last one on the record, and it's the last one I recorded. And it felt like a good farewell thank you song. But also, you know, my country, America, is a very fucking complicated place. Politically, colonially. This place is also pretty complicated. I wanted to be really careful that I didn't paint a picture of this place to my American friends as some perfect place, because I was here long enough to understand that it was not. But it was kind of perfect for, I guess, for the reasons I needed it to be. It was perfect for my kid. It was perfect to feel safe for a while and held by a bunch of randos down at the bottom of the world.